It's time for an outpouring. It's time to get in the place of prayer and say, God, I need your presence. He says, I remember you. I remember when you were passionate. I remember when you were radical. I remember when I used to go to prayer, there was a time where I couldn't wait to leave the prayer meeting so I can get home and pray and get alone with God. There was such an awe and such a wonder. And then you start learning all the scriptures and you start getting in church, and then all of a sudden you allow religion to replace the fire of God. And you allow the things you do for God to replace your relationship with God. And we get so busy doing everything for Him, we forget who He truly is. And there go weeks, and I've had God rebuke me. Isaiah, you only come to the Word whenever you want a sermon. Isaiah, you only come to prayer whenever you need a new revelation. But where have you been, Isaiah? I miss you. Where have you been? This is what God is saying to some of us today. Where have you been? I miss your presence. You miss the presence of God. God says, I miss your presence. Do you know one of the names of God is jealous? I'm talking 10 times more jealous than your ex-girlfriend that got mad when you hung out with your own family. 10 times God's like, I'm jealous. God watches you watch TikTok for hours and goes, I wish you were like that with me. Guys, I'm telling you, this will be on Judgment Day. We're going to stand before God. God's going to say, I don't know this person. Jesus, do you know them? And Jesus will say, because you denied me before my Father, because you denied me on earth, I will deny you before my Father in heaven. Because you did not speak up for me, because you did not represent me as an ambassador, because you did not have a relationship with me. He says, when you get my Father, I will deny you. And you're going to scramble. I didn't have time. And God will say, can we act that next witness up to the stand? iPhone 13 Premium Plus Pro Black Edition, whatever they are now. And that iPhone will get up and God will say, did they have time to pray? And the iPhone's going to say, well, I mean, they had 8 hours a day to sit and scroll their life away and scroll on Instagram and scroll on TikTok. We look at the people in the Bible and we go, oh, they're idol worships. We'd never worship idol. This is the greatest idol. This is the greatest golden calf in this generation. And you know, back in those days, Bishop, they would play a sound and then everybody would have to bow down and worship the idol when they played the sound. And I'm like, it's no different. Bing! And we bow down. Hold on, what was that? Let me see, the text. Okay, and we spend half of our life bowed down before the apple. We go, Adam took a bite, I would never be dumb and take a bite of the apple. You take a bite of the apple every single day. You live your life, and I'm preaching to myself. I won't even look at my screen time, it's disgusting. I'm like, God, why am I so addicted to the things of this world? God, deliver me from the idols of this culture. This was the issue of Israel. We just did 90-day Bible on our live stream. We went live every day for 90 days, and we read the Bible. And we read the whole Bible in 90 days. And I was sitting there day after day thinking, how dumb could these people be? I mean, all through the Bible, it's God would deliver them, they would be on fire, and then they would go and worship idols, and then they would cry out, and then God would deliver them, and they'd be on fire. Some days I'm like, am I reading the same day twice? No, it's just they were so stubborn, the next chapter, they'd go right back to idolatry. The main theme of all the Bible, here's what I got from 90-day Bible, was the main theme was idolatry. It was people that were worshiping idols. They were worshiping their job. They were worshiping their family. They were worshiping their iPhone. They were worshiping their gods. And God would constantly say, I'm waiting for you. I called out to a nation that did not look for me. God said this in Isaiah, all day long I called out, is there anybody hungry for revival? And nobody was there. I looked for them. And God said this, Bishop, I was ready. My strong arm was ready to deliver them. I was ready to save their family, but they never called out to me. And God goes, I didn't want to force myself on them, so I sat around waiting. Maybe tomorrow she'll pray. Maybe on Sunday, maybe Saturday, maybe I'm going to give them another week. That's the parable of the gardener. He says, look, this plant's been here for 3 years and it's not produced anything, rip it out. And the gardener goes, no, to the master, give it more time. I know it's been here 3 years. And this is what the Bible says, it's just taking up space and not producing anything. And the gardener says, give me some more time. And guys, God is so tender. He's given us year after year after year. But how long are we going to test the grace of God? Isaiah said there's going to come a time where you'll no longer be able to call out to him. Where the Lord will turn you over. Romans 1, God said, I turned them over to their own sin. And there was no longer a chance they were reprobate. They no longer were desperate. The fact that you're feeling conviction right now is a sign that God is merciful. Like, you come and preach, you're so mean. I'm not mean. I'm desperate to see people get on fire for God. I'm desperate for God to say, I remember, God said this, in the kindness of your youth. He told Jeremiah said this, in the kindness of your youth, he said, when you go after me, he goes, there was a time where you used to pursue me. You didn't wait for me to come. Give me a touch, God. No. I'm going to be like the woman with the issue of blood. I'm not waiting for the Lord to touch me. I'm going to reach out and I'm going to touch him. I'm going to be so desperate. God, I need you. I'm reaching out this morning. And Jesus said, who touched me? Disciples are like, what do you mean, who touched you? There's people all over the place. They're in the back of the, look at this room. It's packed. People are standing against the back wall. What do you mean, who touched you? And Jesus, no. There's a huge crowd, but there's somebody in this room that didn't come to hear a sermon from Isaiah Saldivar. There's somebody in this room that didn't come to hear a nice 30-minute sermon. There's somebody in this room. There's one person, I don't know who they are, but they came and they reached out, and I wasn't even planning to bless them. I wasn't even planning to heal them. I wasn't even planning to anoint them. I didn't even want to heal that girl. I was just walking by, and you recognize the presence of God is in this room, and you reached out and said, God, I need my miracle today. God, I'm not waiting another moment. I'm tired of bleeding. I'm tired of the depression. I'm tired of the anxiety. I'm tired of the fear. I'm tired of the cancer. I'm going to push my way through the crowd, and I'm going to grab on the hem of his garment and get healed.